So you go through all this. Now it seems like though the idea of franchising though came earlier than the pandemic. Is that true?
Yeah. Yeah.
So what made you decide like the way to grow this thing is through franchising? Like why franchising and when did that all happen?
It's a great question. So, I was working with a wonderful consultant. He has had his hands in a lot of different franchises, including Annie Ann's and Soccer Shot. So he was very
Hmm.
familiar with the franchise world. So I brought him on as a consultant because he's in my neck of the woods. And as I was developing what is now PastaNito, I went back and forth. It was, do I want to open up a lot of different corporate owns and then work as a commissary and do distribution internally and be like a Chipotle style? Or do I want to be a franchise? So Heather Lee Neary was also a great mentor to me through all of this because she was in Lancaster. She met with me and she's like, franchise, franchise. And I was like, okay. So it was literally getting the expert opinions of those who have been in the world before me and taking mentor advice. Because I think
Hmm.
honestly, I would have been struggling with that still to this day because, you get into this mindset that you can do it because I had all these restaurants and a hospitality group. I could just hire regional managers and we can figure this
True.
out. But after pandemic, I realized how hard labor was and how hard it was to herd the cats. I was like, I don't need to be greedy with this. I need to share this idea with the world. There are probably other small business owners who are looking for something new and disruptive. There's probably a mom out there who her kids are in school now and she probably wants her own business and I can help her get that off the ground because I'm a mother of
Hmm.
three, right? And I'm able to do this concept and be full-time mom. I've simplified ops so much so in the franchise development and growth because I took that mindset on, okay, I'm going to share this with the world now. I started simplifying. Instead of this is how I could do it great, it's how can everybody do this great. So that really changes your mindset because I may be able to handle pressures of the world times a million because of what I've been through in
Hmm.
my life. Doesn't necessarily transpire to the stress of the next person coming up behind me. So how do I create something that's simplified but amazing that you can feel passionate about introducing to your
Hmm.
community and then plug into your community? Because the best part of my career thus far has been serving the people and getting to know the mouths that I feed, right? Like seeing the little leagues come in after their games or before getting carved up. Like it's a great tool to feel so much more than just a paycheck coming in. So I wanted to figure out how to share that instead of being selfish and holding it on. So I'm glad I made that move. I partnered with SMB in the process. They've been amazing. Just any questions that I have, it's like I don't need to figure it out anymore. Like I'm tired of figuring it out. Tell me what I need to
Right.
do. So,
Sure. There's enough experts out there that you don't need to do trial and error.
yep, and that
You
and
know.
that's probably one of the best things that I've done is partnered with experts in my attorneys, in my advisory group, in who I'm working with, who's on my C-suite. It's been a huge pivot from being a restaurant owner, now
Hmm.
franchising, in the sense that, it's not about the dishwasher showing up anymore. It's about how you're showing up for everybody. Now
Sure.
I have a lot of different bosses. It's pretty exciting. I'm just getting started, so I'm very naive to what this world looks like. I'm trying to get immersed as much as possible, getting to know a lot of people in the community, such as yourself. I was very excited to meet you on this journey so far. So it's just a really cool community in the sense that we're all trying to make the world a bigger, better place by putting our little spin on things. It's pretty cool.
Absolutely. So you have the two company owned locations,
Mhm.
plus now we understand. So you have a franchise
Mhm.
that is now going to open multiple locations,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
And are you looking to open your franchises around the country or stay regionally? Where are you thinking right now?
Yes, I'm set up in distribution to go nationwide. I'm excited about the opportunity to do so. If I get a fantastic lead from some part of the country, I'll do my best to make sure that that deal
Hmm.
comes through. I'd like to strategically stay focused on the East Coast since that's where I'm located. So if there's like a pasta emergency, I can get it to them immediately.
Right.
Like they're so successful, they need more pasta. I could get it to them. Because I mean, the proprietary pasta is the secret ingredient to making this work. So I want to make sure that we're strategically growing in a way that just offers the most support to the people who are excited about owning their own.
Right. Okay. And what about what goes with the pasta? All these sauces. Did you come up with the recipes? Are they family recipes?
Yeah,
Where'd you come up with
so
them?
we did have all of our own pastas being made in-house. I mean, our own sauces, I'm sorry, being made in-house. And
Hmm.
that is a big labor of love. Right. Like, and I'm a Sicilian woman. So if you were screwing up my sauce, it was a big problem. So we took it to third party distributors who've been doing this for years, and I've made sure that we've done all of the taste testing to make sure that we're offering the best products to our customers. But I don't
Mhm.
believe that I need to reinvent every wheel. I just need to find the best ones out there to make this vehicle move and
Yeah.
focus on delivering the pasta.
Now, what about the water? Because you mentioned how important the York, Pennsylvania water is.
Mhm.
So, how do we deal with that issue if you open a location in Boston or New York?
Yeah, I mean, the boiling water makes no difference. So wherever you're coming up with your boiling water, as long as it's salted by the like the sea, our
Hmm.
pasta is made with that water. So the water that it's being cooked in is not going to matter because the water it was made with is what you're really looking for. So we'll have our
Okay.
factory here and then distribute from here. And I'm in major distributors right now with our proprietary product. So we're locked and loaded. All of the front loaded work has been done.
Awesome. All right. So, about franchisees, Tony, who do you think is your ideal franchise owner? And what do you think are the traits they really need to be successful with your brand?
Yeah, so this is when I rely on the advisors because the heart in me, the entrepreneur in me, who ran the pop up,
Uh-huh.
wants to give it to everybody who
Everybody.
you get you get a
You cannot be the Oprah of
I
pasta
cannot
franchises.
I
No,
cannot.
because people are passionate about
Hmm.
pasta, right? So they like it, and just because they like pasta definitely does not mean they're going to be a good owner.
Correct. Right. So I've been very grateful that we've been getting a lot of interest, a lot of leads are coming our way. And I take the last phone calls because I want to make sure that their headspace is in the right place, right? Like I was the Simon Cowell of the group. Like, are you sure you really want to be in the restaurant business? Do you know what it requires? So I'll like burst your bubble and hit you with some
Right.
truisms. Like you might have to miss your kid's soccer practice. Are you prepared for that? Oh no, I
Sure.
don't want to be. So I think that through this process, I want a seasoned small business owner, somebody who maybe wants to diversify their portfolio, who maybe
Mhm.
has successful brands already and wants to, add something that doesn't compete with the brands that they already own. So a
Sure.
multi-unit owner would be ideal.
Hmm.
Finding somebody who already exists in the world. For those of the people who are qualified and are looking for their own business and maybe they've been struggling with the thought of taking the plunge, it's someone who's just ready to dedicate themselves to something and be community driven,
Awesome.
just a reset button to maybe the lifestyle they've been living and they want to now put their time and effort into making a difference in their community.
Sure. So you're okay. So you're open to single unit franchise owners as well as multi.
I am, but I'm being very selective. Like I'm getting off the
Yeah.
ground. So, I mean, the people that I bring into this, I want to make sure that we're both helping each other grow.
Right. What's the investment range to open a location, and how big is a footprint now that you've mastered that?
Yeah, right. So 1200's ideal. We're at an end cap right
Okay.
now with the drive-through, and I know they're like unicorns in the real estate world.
Hmm.
A second phase of this is going to be a standalone drive-through. We're working on that concept now. So entry level right now is inline stores, 1200 square feet. The investment ranges from 400,000 to 550,000. We are a turnkey concept as well, meaning that we are going to help you find your location. We're going to help you get lease negotiations underway by demographics and everything that we have locked and loaded by working with companies like Reimagine, who's going to help us do that. And then we're going to take care of the construction and build out in FF&E, which is different and disruptive because
Mm.
as a restaurateur, and I've been through this build out experience 100 times, it's the biggest headache to struggle to get the point to open. So if I can mitigate all of those headaches by handling it in house with a company, and you're just worried about getting open and getting trained and getting excited and getting marketing out there and focusing on your business rather than the blueprints and the permits and the sub showing up but not being on time, those headaches out of the way really allow for my franchisees to be set up out of the gate as we all just watched the Kentucky Derby and realized how important it is to get out of the gate correctly.
Got at it. Yep.
So that's my philosophy behind this. So with simplifying operations, I want to simplify your barrier to entry. I just want to make sure that we give you the materials and support to get to open. Also, that helps me to have control over the timeline. So I don't have a bunch sold and not open yet, and they don't know if they want to. No, let me control that we're moving, and here's your update. Here's where we're at in the process. If I maintain that control and sell it to the franchisee as we're helping you to get rid of some headaches,
Hmm.
then it's just going to be a better growth strategy. So.
Thank you for tuning into the Emerging Franchise Brands podcast. For additional insights, guest applications, and to stay connected, visit us at efbpodcast.com. The Emerging Franchise Brands podcast is for entertainment purposes only, and the views expressed do not necessarily represent those of Emerging Franchise Brands, its host Frank Fiume, or Emerging Franchise Group, LLC. Any discussed franchise or investment opportunity requires thorough investigation, obtaining proper disclosure documents, and expert consultation before making any investment decisions. The podcast and its host do not offer professional advice or endorsements, and they hold no responsibility for actions, representations, accuracy, or consequential damages related to the podcast content.